Hi, everyone. We have author Paula Kendrick here, and she's going to tell us a little bit about
Hi.
herself.
Yes, my name is Paula Kendrick. I currently reside in Arkansas, city of Sherwood. This is actually my first book that I've written, so I am like super excited about it. Um,
Congratulations.
well, thank you, thank you. This was just a major transformation, I would say, for me. So I am truly blessed and just happy to be here with you this afternoon.
Thank you for joining me. And what inspired you to start writing?
Actually, I hate to say it, but it was pain. This book is actually a memoir about my life, about 7 to 8 instances that I kind of went through. Just I didn't know if I was going to make it through it, but I did. Thank God for that. And like I said, I was just in so much pain, and God spoke to me and told me that I just needed to write. And He actually came to me 3 times and told me to write, and I did. And I just kind of got my laptop out, and you should have seen my little fingers. I was just getting it, just kind of pouring out my heart. And like I said, it was just mere words, that I was typing. It wasn't even a book at that particular time. And later on down the line, a few years after that, I crossed paths with a publisher, and she loved it, and she turned it into a book, and the rest is history. I'm here.
Okay, nice. And did you experience any writer's block?
In the beginning, I did. It was so hard. I was actually kind of just all over the place. At times I felt like I was rewriting the same things I had previously written before, and I'd have to go back and read it. And I was like, oh, that sounds familiar. Did I already type that out? And yeah, for some parts I did experience writer's block, but when that happened, I just kind of took a break, set it aside for a while, and then when I came back, everything just started to flow again.
So tell us about your book.
Okay. I don't know if everyone can see it, but it's the
Yes.
modern day Jabez, shattered yet redeemed. And Jabez actually means pain or sorrow. And there's a reference in the Bible, First Chronicles 4, 9, and 10. Um, Jabez, like I said, it means pain or sorrow. His mother named him this because she birthed him in pain. And I'm just going to kind of paraphrase a little bit. So, like I said, his mother named him Jabez, pain of sorrow. He cried out to God and told him to bless me and enlarge my territory. Keep your hands on me, keep me free from harm and pain. And with God hearing him, he was able to grant everything that Jabez had wanted. And that's kind of how I feel. I was birthed in pain because I was a product of adoption. And for a long time, I dealt with just my emotions, kind of wondering, why did my mom give me up? And I'm actually the ninth child. So I dealt with how can you have 8 other kids and then get to me and decide that you didn't want me anymore? And I thank God for her. I acknowledge her. So I don't want anybody to think, I'm harping on my birth mother, because I'm not. And I actually know who she is. She actually lived right down the street from me. So I thank her for just being able to bring me into this world, because I think at instances I could have been anywhere. She could have left me somewhere. I could have been growing up in a foster home, wherever. But thank God that actually my uncle and my aunt adopted me, had a
Okay.
great life. But because of my adoption and the feelings that I had, and I had never dealt with them, that followed me on up until adulthood. It transpired a lot of issues between me and my children. It transpired a lot of issues with me and my husband. And now, as the product of that, not being able to deal with my emotions, not even having God in any of my relationships, needless to say, I'm divorced.
Mm.
And that was something that I had to deal with as well, because I'm like, I had so many years invested. But if you read this book, you will see what transpired, what brought me to that process of me dealing with my emotions, my feelings, my relationships. And also, in regard to this book, there were 3 people that I love dearly. I literally saw them die before my eyes. So
Mm.
all this is in this book. This is more than just healing and hurt. This is more me being able to deal with myself, me being able to just pull the mask off and see who I was and what I was, and just know that God can get me through anything. So yes, this book was it was a transformation for me. It was a healing process for me and some of my relationships with this book. And just to say that the people that I wrote about in this book, I forgave them, but most importantly, I also forgave myself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, tell us, how did you go about picking the cover?
Actually, the name actually came about. I was listening to one of the pastors on YouTube, because when I wrote it, I didn't even have a title. And he was actually talking about Jabez in that instance. And it was like, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to name my book, The Modern-Day Jabez, The Modern-Day Pain. And this is just kind of a reference of God holding a shattered heart, to just kind of let me know that no matter what you go through, God can come in and mold and mend some things.
Okay. And how long did it take you to finish writing it?
I think it took me maybe about 2 to 3 months to write it. And then I sat on it for about 2.5 years. And then, like I said, when God told me I need to get up and do something, like I said, I crossed paths with a publisher, and it took us about 8 to 9 months to get it published, because it's only been out about a couple of months.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Congratulations
on publishing it. Yes, yes, yes. And what do you hope readers take away from reading this book?
I want them to know that no matter what, we are just imperfect people in an imperfect world. We walk around, made up, looking good on the outside, but yet no one truly knows the pain that we're going through in the inside. Because I've had people who actually read this book and they were like, you're always happy, you're always jolly. We never knew that you went through all of this. And in an instance, it wasn't for anybody to truly know what I was going through, because I didn't even know at the time I was going through it. But it's just to know that you can be okay. And if there's anything that needs to be healed within yourself and even relationships, do it. Because I say this book is a season. This is not only a season for me, but a season for the individuals within the pages of this book. We don't have to stay the same. We don't have to stay stuck. We can always change. We just have to get the correct mindset to want to do so.
Yes. And where can we purchase this book?
I am on Amazon. I am on Barnes and Noble. I am on my own personal website, which is www.themoderndayjabez.com. My publisher's website is livingwaterbooks.org. I also have an ebook out, and that is books, BOOKS, 2, read.com/u/3NWJR6.
Okay. And are you going to write a second book?
I'm actually thinking about it. I don't know per se if it's going to be actually a sequel to this one, but I've got some titles in mind and kind of how I want to go. And actually, I also have a devotional out along with this book, and it's called Beautifully Broken from the Heart.
Now, how do you think being a writer has helped you as a person?
It helped me relate to my feelings, because sometimes we don't like to talk about what we're going through. Sometimes just being able to write your thoughts down and your emotions is actually just a release. And just being able to see myself in writing to let me know, just to be a self-reflection of who I am, to help me become a better person, to help me know that I'm no longer what I was before. And don't look at me how I was before in that season. Look at me who I am now.
Okay. And are you on social media? If so, how can we find you?
Yes, I'm on Instagram, Paula Kendrick Lightshine. I am also on Facebook. My personal, you should be able to find me in regards to Paula Kendrick, or either PD Kendrick, that's my personal website, as well as author Paula Kendrick.
And are you a reader as well?
Yes, I am. Now, don't ask me who my favorite author is, because I don't have one.
That was next. Who is your favorite author?
I really don't have a favorite author, but I'm always willing to read something. I'm more of a romance novelist. I love true stories, any of that nature. But yeah, as
Okay.
far as a favorite author, no, I don't have one.
Okay. That's fair. Is there anything else that you would like to tell us about your book?
Um, just to go out and purchase it because I know it will generally bless your heart. Even at the end of the book, I have lessons for the soul. And I just feel that even if I am able to touch one person to let them know, you're not in this alone.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever think that no matter what you're going through, nobody else has gone through it. Nobody even have even overcome it because we have. I'm a product of that. Because sometimes we get stuck and stagnant in our pain. And I'm here to tell you, you can't do that. Everybody has a purpose. You just have to figure out what yours is.
Yes.
And mine is just being able to just try to help the next woman coming along to say, it's going to be all right and you're going to be okay.
Okay. Hold that second book up as well. I didn't know there was two.
Okay. Yes. I always consider this my one and only. I forget about this one. So I'm gonna stop saying I have one book out. I've got two.
Okay.
And I'm working on a third. But this is a 15-day devotional, beautifully broken from the heart. And it just kind of talks about what is your name or what's in your name. And that kind of reflects back to this first book here. Because names mean clout. When we think of certain names, we think of wealth. And sometimes in regards to names, there's also pain, but it does not always have to be. So yes, I'm just hoping you will purchase one or both. And like I said, I just think it will bless someone, each and every one.
Yes. Thank you so much. I look forward to reading it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're okay. Thank you, Paula, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too.
All right. Take care.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, everyone. That was author Paula Kendrick telling us about her book. Don't forget to like and subscribe below.